Let's talk about Deepseek real quick and why the market's going wild about it. Right now, the market is down significantly because of what happened in the recent past because of Deepseek, and we'll talk about why that is. So first of all, Deepseek is an AI model released by a Chinese startup, and they released it just a couple months ago. Actually, it's only been available since the beginning of January, and apparently this model is on par with the latest and greatest AI models out there. The latest of OpenAI's is OpenAI the GPT-o1, and it's on par with o1 on all the metrics of calculations, mathematics, code generation, and logic in general, like human reasoning. So it's on par with the latest models on all these metrics. And they've developed it at a fraction of the cost. DeepSeek was apparently developed with a cost of under $6 million. And for context, OpenAI's GPT-5, the budget for that is for training is $500 million. So they've developed this thing at a fraction of the cost. DeepSeek apparently is a side project of a Chinese hedge fund, and most of the employees are junior software engineers that are recent graduates of software engineering. So what does this mean? So why is the market reacting so badly? So what if there's another AI model, right? The reason is because it shows that you do not need extreme amounts of compute, extreme amounts of GPUs to train a model that is that good. Recently, Mark Zuckerberg was talking about building a Manhattan-size data center because until now, everybody was thinking that you just need to throw more and more compute at this problem and more data at this problem to develop a significantly better AI model. And that's what everybody was planning on, and that's what was driving the valuations of all the stocks, especially NVIDIA. The company was valued at $3.5 trillion, and it was at over 50 times its earnings. The PE ratio of NVIDIA was over 50. So that entire value story goes out the window because previously people were thinking that bigger is better. A company with ability to put in much higher capital expenditure is the one that's going to be the winner, is what the perception was. But that's not the case anymore because now you have this small company that spent a fraction of the cost and in fraction of the time developed a model that is as good as the best ones out there, right? So this throws the value story of the big tech companies out the window, and that's why all the tech companies are down today. So just today, NVIDIA lost over $600 billion right now as we speak of valuation in one day, and in the entire stock market, it's over well over $1 trillion of valuation that was lost today. So why now? A few things. One is it is open source. So they've open sourced this DeepSeek models, which means people can look under the hood and see what did they do algorithmically to change the way this AI training works. Apparently, they just use reinforcement learning. They didn't do a lot of specialized fine tuning and stuff. So it's just purely reinforcement learning. I don't know. Supposedly, it's also something called mixture of experts type model. We've had mixture of experts models before. Mixtral, which has been a popular model, was a mixture of experts model. But they did something different anyway, algorithmically, to make the model so much better. So anyways, now it's open source, so people can look under the hood and see what's going on. And the idea is that many other models are going to be out there that are going to be as good or better than the OpenAI's, the o1 model or Cloud 3.5 Sonnet or the other bigger ones out there like Google's Gemini. So this is going to be essentially a race to the bottom, right? So AI models are essentially going to become like a commodity. That's the perception right now after the market has seen what they did with DeepSeek. So that's why if that's a race to the bottom, there's no valuation story for all these big tech companies. So that's why the market's down. Exciting space for sure. So we'll have to see where is the value, right? If the value is not in the models, where is it? Is it in the actual user interface, the people that are building the products on top of these base models? Because you can essentially hot swap these models, the underlying models, right? So you can use OpenAI's model, you can use Cloud model, you can use Gemini, you can use DeepSeek, you can use any one of them. It doesn't matter what underlying model you use. If you build a good product that actually solves real problems, that's where probably the value is going to be.